Hello and welcome back to my workshop. I'm just going to do a quick review of this Parkside inspection camera, the PKI 2.7 A1. First thing I'm going to do is quickly whip it out of the box. We'll have a look at what's in the box, and then I'm going to familiarise myself with it and show you a few things you can do with this sort of thing. I mean, basically what it is it's a very small camera on a stick attached to a camera, so you'd attach to a screen. Oh. Now, I haven't put out a video in a little while, partly because I've been making something, which is going to take a little while. In fact, I'm also making, which you will see, and I've also been making something else which you won't see. Right, so there's the box, nice little clear top. In it you get a pack of batteries, you get a USB cable, you get the actual unit itself, and then you have a separate lead. Right, and you also have in there a series of different things with combinations of hooks. There's a little mirror. That could be useful, and other things in there as well. So that's what you get in the box, along with the instructions. I presume the batteries go in there. They do. You can obviously put rechargeables in there, and I also presume that will slot in there nicely. That looks like it's keyed. Let's see where that key goes. I'll just go around there. Ah, okay, so there is a key there, and if you look in there, there's a corresponding thing where it mates in there. So, and then this slides up and does up. So it's actually quite hard to get wrong. Right, let me go familiarise myself with everything, and I'll be back to you in a sec. Right, well, I'm back. So I've had a look. Okay, so a couple of things. Firstly, that is the on-off switch, somewhat obviously. On it comes. Something you do need to bear in mind. Let me just go stick this up this chuck so we've got something to look at. Okay, so we can now see inside that chuck. Not desperately exciting, but what you can do, firstly, just pull that back, we're a bit too far up there. There we go. Is you can take a picture. So that's stored that as a picture. You can put the LED brightness up, and you can put the display brightness up. You can also, I think, zoom in, and you can also rotate the picture. So that's quite adaptable, and presumably we can take a picture of it like that. So that's interesting. Other things, and I'll show you some other things that by way of a test in a sec. Just turn that off for a minute. You get some hook adapters, you get a mirror adapter, which I'll put on in a minute, and you get a magnet adapter. These are a little tricky to put on. Basically, they go around this narrow part here. You have to feed it over, and then you can see how that crunches together. Thing is it's actually quite hard to do in situ, but there we go. So we've got that on, so let's go and have a quick poke in something with that. Now what I've got here, something I'm making, which I'm currently working on. It's going to be a long series of videos. I'm making a wood stove from a fire extinguisher. That will at some point be coming up. If I want to inspect the inside of this, not that it matters because I'm going to cut it open anyway, you can then put that, hold on, let me just stand that up out of the way, feed this down the neck. Now you can see that all I'm looking at the moment is in effect a picture of the mirror, which is not massively exciting. Oh, okay, you can see bits of the shed there. You have to pretend to be quite close. So we can see the state of the bottom of the neck there. In fact, we're actually looking along the threads there, and we can then decide to take a picture, which I'll include. You can take that camera off and have a look down. Let me show you what that looks like. Let me just get that, not the camera, get the mirror off. So let's take the mirror off. We can now have a general look inside and see the inside. You do have to gain us knowing something about what you're looking at, because otherwise making out what you're looking at is quite difficult. Now, something that these things will come in useful for, or hopefully would, for a lot of people, is looking inside engines, specifically down bores. So I've pulled out this old beastie here, which is a Strimmer with a Kawasaki engine on it. Just going to whip that plug out. We can then have a look down that bore. Assuming that that's not too big. There we go. And we can see inside there a bore. Take a picture, looks okay. Now you won't get a mirror down there. So what we'll now do, pull that engine over a little bit. Let's see what that piston's at the top now. That's as far down as the piston goes. And we can now see if we can see where, swing it over towards, hopefully, what I can't see in here is either inlet or exhaust ports. Yeah, let me see if that goes down any further. Yes, it does. There we go. So now, see on that side we can see the inlet port. Let's just take a picture of that and include that. And hopefully over here, on the other side, we're looking at the exhaust port. So there we go. That is the Parkside inspection camera, PKI 2.7 A1, $39.99 out of Lidl at the moment. I have to say, for being able to see inside an engine without having to take it apart, I think that's good. I will put those photos, hopefully you'll already seen those photos through the running of it. It can get in some quite tight spots, down some tight pipes. Actually, before I carry on too far, let me show you down, see if I can hold that camera up. I'm just going to go down and have a look down. Now this is the spindle of a lathe. We're just going down, and if we go down far enough, you should see, oops, sorry about moving the camera there, just straighten that out, should see there, you can see there is a lump of metal in there, and that's because there's a lump of metal in the chuck. We can also see the inside of that spindle is a bit mucky, but then again that lathe is 70 odd years old. Next, let me just go and shove that back right down there. And we'll just, there we go, there's the end of the bar I've got in the lathe. And we'll just take a picture. So we'll include some of those pictures as we go along. And I'll also put this back in its box. It does look like quite a, you just turn it off. To turn it off, you just press and hold that. If you press it and let go, then you've just taken a picture. See, these are a little bit fiddly to put on, but not too bad. I'll upload those. Assuming you see the pictures, you'll see that it's reasonably easy to upload. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.